WTK continues to track the tropics. Hurricane Nicholas made landfall overnight near Sargent Beach in Texas as a Category 1 storm. Late in the evening yesterday, the area was already experiencing very rough weather from the slow-moving storm. Then overnight, the eye wall came ashore, bringing severe winds, heavy rains, a significant storm surge, and flooding. Nicholas has been downgraded to a tropical storm, but the danger is far from over, as many areas of Texas are expected to see dramatic rain totals, as much as 20 inches in some areas as it moves up the coast.
And as we head over to Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bagwell, we all know that same area, my goodness, has been hit by so many storms over the past few years.
Right.
Fortunately, I mean, we know that this could be a lot worse than it is right now. Thank goodness.
Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness the wind shear, which actually helps break the storm apart, that played a critical role in this forecast. That kept the west side of the area, mainly the coastal vicinities, from seeing as much rain and from the storm to be able to wrap up more. If the storm was able to wrap up a bit more without that wind shear, we really could have seen a stronger tropical system, perhaps maybe even higher than a Category 1 as it moved in. These are the rainfall totals since Sunday. These are estimated by the radar. Very heavy rain, especially in portions of the Gulf of Mexico, but you get inland radar estimates here near Corpus Christi, back southeast of Kingsville, anywhere between about 1 to 4 inches. It just wasn't a whole lot. They had their share of more stronger winds than anything that came through from yesterday. Meanwhile, it's really been portions of the Houston area near the coastline that we've had the more heavier precipitation fall. You can notice some of these radar estimates, especially since a lot of them are just off of the coast. Farther inland, we do know that we had a confirmed report near Galveston of over 13 inches of rainfall around the Houston metro, between 2 to about 5. There were just a lot of power outages that came through. And then folks that were back near Bay City, back toward Angleton and Lake Jackson, this is where some of the higher rainfall totals were and some of the stronger winds as the actual storm moved on land. Speaking of rainfall, yeah, we have had our share. It just has not been as high, and we'll definitely take that. We could have actually handled a 2 to 4 inch plus rainfall amount in sections of deep East Texas, but we know that would have aggravated some minor flooding concerns, so we're just counting our blessings that that did not take place. Around a ½ inch though from the Angelina County Airport to the site that's located in Hemphill in Sabine County. The farther north you go, the lower the rainfall amounts, only picking up a couple of hundreds here in Tyler, Longview, picking up about 2/10 of an inch. This is from the last 24 hours, although some of you did get some rainfall yesterday morning into the early afternoon before this 24-hour period went into effect. A couple of other reports, Minden, Station, and Frankston, all reporting around 17/100s, and Natchez just above a 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. Now, right now on the radar, we're still tracking a couple of these showers that are pushing through. We'll give you a closer look. These are relatively light areas of precipitation that are working their way through sections of East Texas. Let's move through our southeast counties, and then we'll work our way to the north and northwest. And I expect this rainfall actually to be more moderate than what the radar is presenting. We've got very low cloud tops, and the radar is shooting higher up, so it's not catching all of that precipitation higher in the cloud. All of the moisture is located near the bottom of the cloud, so this is probably some moderate to heavier rain that's coming through portions of Sabine and San Augustine counties for us. And it's on a west-northwest fashion, so Nacogdoches, you've seen some rain that's moved through. Near Rusk and Alto, you've also had some precipitation, and then we look in our central and northern counties. Not much happening out there a bit here in Tyler at this moment, but we can get another occasional burst or two of precipitation that may pass through. It has been a cloudy day, a relatively cool day, especially when you factor in that east wind that we have seen. Our temperatures have mainly stayed in the 70s. We've had more sun up near Interstate 30 on the outer range of Nicholas, so it's been a bit warmer there. But for the rest of us, 70s have been the number that has sufficed for today. Here's that current wind speed. Sustained anywhere between about 10 to almost 20 miles an hour. And then here are the wind gusts. We noted Lufkin off the top of the broadcast, a 30-mile-an-hour wind gust right now. So it is rather breezy all across our area. Here's a look at the bigger picture. Again, the heaviest of the rain is going to stay off to our east. Remember, with the orientation of Nicholas located in between Houston and Beaumont, lot. That's going to have all the moisture stream up to the right of this storm, but we're close enough to the center that we can get some of the additional rounds of precipitation as a possibility. Okay, a look at FUTURECAST. Some of the rain, and I agree with FUTURECAST here, some of the rain, moderate, could be briefly heavy over portions of deep East Texas. The storm system is going to gradually begin to pull into Louisiana. This is tomorrow morning. Cloud cover with us, and I even think we get a few peaks of sun into late tomorrow afternoon. Not much, but maybe a couple of peaks. But then watch what happens. Maybe a brief decrease in the clouds, but then Nicholas, the remains of the moisture move back in, and that's why we're looking at more cloud cover heading into Thursday and Friday, and then small rain chances. So this is what I mean by a big modification to our forecast. The 7-day outlook just holding on to 20% rain chances, mostly to partly cloudy, not as hot, temperatures near seasonal averages into the lower 90s. We'll even increase the rain probability probably by next Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, deep East Texas, you have about a 40% chance of rain. It's really for overnight into tomorrow, but we will hold on to those low isolated rain chances. I think the main story, though, is clouds, muggy weather, and also still temperatures near 90.